everybody, welcome back. So today I wanted to share a tale about the very first time I saw the band Berserk in concert. The reason I want to share this with you is because I learned a pretty interesting lesson that night. So the year's 1998 and I'm about 18 years old at this point. I'm very much a baby bat, so I'm really still learning as I go. I was super ecstatic to see Berserk, and as I said before, I do listen to a lot of goth music, but I also listen to a little bit of industrial and I listen to EBM music. And if you're unfamiliar with Berserk, well, I'll give you a little taste. This band that's very much a part of our gothic subculture is on stage looking like a bunch of hacky sack playing hippies. Beige corduroy pants, rainbow knit sweaters, hippies. How the hell did that happen? And as they performed, they looked just as confused, looking out at the sea of black. And that is when I learned, as a goth from America, that if a band comes from another country, just because they're popular amongst your subculture doesn't necessarily mean that they're popular amongst the same group back home. Which was why they were so damn confused. So a year later, Berserk came back to New York City, and of course I had to go see them. When they took to the stage, they were unrecognizable from the band I saw the year before. Black hair, vinyl pants, spiked dog collars, eyeliner. I guess one of us had to cave. I wasn't putting on a pair of brown corduroy pants to suit them, I'll tell you that much. So fast forwarding 2 years later, and I'm going to a club called Detour. Detour is a club on Long Island, which is on every Saturday night. No longer, unfortunately. It's now defunct. Usually we did our clubbing in the city, but Detour was a fantastic option. It was local, and they played really great music. It was such a good mix. Now, their playlists were normally geared more toward older school industrial, a lot of goth, a lot of synth pop, and a lot of new wave. Regardless of the rotating groups that always decided that they would go into the city that night, Detour never failed to pack out. There was always a fantastic turnout, and then of course you had your regulars. It was a little bit cliquey, but regardless of the clickiness, they were also very accepting of other people. I was pretty much a regular. I started going when I was about 16 years old, and Detour had changed locations at one point, and I'd been to both locations, which was over the course of a few years. So you can definitely say that I was a regular and recognized every single face that came in. Now, I quickly noticed that there were a trio of new girls that started to come, and they were Babybats. And as usual, they blended in seamlessly, they were accepted, and that was basically it. Detour managed to every now and again get some pretty good bands to play, and one band that they got was a band called Kai the Vez. Now, I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that right, if it's Key the Vez or Kai the Vez, but it was a band that they spun quite a lot. It got great reception from the crowd. Everybody would dance. It's pretty good. They kind of have a Depeche Mode sound to them. And one thing I also did notice, that every time they played Kai the Vez, those three girls, the Babybats, would always get to the dance floor immediately, and they absolutely loved them. Call it intuition, but I knew that they were going to make the same assumption that I had about Berserk. I was 18 years old. I wanted to make a good impression, so I gothed out to the extreme, and I knew that these girls were going to do the same exact thing with Kai the Vez. Ooh, this is something I should have put money on. So I said to my at-the-time boyfriend, referring to these girls, I said, watch, at the Kai the Vez show, they're going to amp up their look. He said, what do you mean? I said, they're going to take it to an extreme level. And he still didn't know what I was talking about, so I had to explain my preconceived notion when I went to go see Berserk. I said, they're young, they're new to the scene, they're going to do the very same thing, trying to make an impression. Okay, so here we are, night of the gig. We walk in, and the trio has arrived early. And they are gothed out to the extreme. I was right. One of them, who had never teased her hair before, she was full-on Susie Sue. Another one, she crimped her hair and teased that shit out as well. The other one, black lipstick. Thank you. And Kai the Vez take to the stage in jeans, t-shirts, and sneakers. So just so we're clear, I definitely don't want you to misconstrue the message. The message is definitely not that people in jeans and t-shirts aren't worth your time. You own their CDs and were dancing to their music way before you knew that they were jeans and sneakers kind of guys. So that being said, don't judge a person based on appearance. Get to know them first. And then decide whether or not they're an asshole. Bye.